Hi, is the light good? Just trying stuff out. Hi, it's only patrons at this point. Hi patrons, thank you for the love and support. It means so much. It means I can live my purpose, you know. So I appreciate you. Just find that stream. Twisted Hippie. Oh, Lois is in the house. Very good. Got a mod in there, it's good. Lee Stratford's in the house. Lois, oh my God, what the? How are you lovely people? Kerry Beveridge, Lorraine Eady, hi. Purple Pip, all the favourites, Joe O'Brien, Mickey Vegan. Hi guys, thank you for joining. I said we're busy from the off. Vegan Chucker ladies in the house. Fit Universe was good. New York in the house, nice. John Reith is in Seattle, wow. Lois is doing well. Gluten free for 3 days, nice. Here's the computer. Daniel, hey big fella, sup? Mate, oh, yo, on time for a change. I'm a little bit late. Oh, you're on time. I was 5 minutes late, so maybe it's worked out good. We've met in the middle. And Carl's in the house, and my good friend Carl, Steve Kirk, Rad as Rad. How was Veg Fest? I'm glad you asked. It was the best day ever. Cue the SpongeBob song of the same name. Yeah, I got to hang out with Brian Turner, Maddie Limburner and her boyfriend. You know, all the Vivo Life crew. Did a panel with my brain's working really slow. I think I'm due for a feed. I think that's what the trouble is. Nemo Delgado and his Mrs. Bianca Taylor. It was great. I fell off the stage at one point, but I just made a joke out of it, and it just had turned out quite funny. I just stepped backwards too far. It's a little stage. The old me would have been mortified, but I just decided to have a laugh with it. And it was all right. Yeah, so I'll be working on my vlog. I've just put all the footage onto my laptop, and it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. Did any of you guys go to the Vegetable Festival? Oh, Little Vegan Flowers in the house. Check her out on the YouTube. It's a good channel. Kerry Beveridge, I love your vids. They are the best. Please give me a shout out. Kerry Beveridge, I'm shouting you out right now, you lovely lady. What's up? Thank you for joining and for the love. Graven Babies is in the house from her home in Florida. Just jumping. Oscar Evans, do you have any nutrition tips for me as a 13-year-old vegan who runs 20 kilometers a week? I am 160 centimeters and 48 kilograms of your videos, by the way. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate you saying that. So normally I say like lower fat, but lower fat really is for adults and for younger people. You know, you may need to eat a bit higher fat to get enough calories in because, you know, obviously your stomach's not full size yet, although it won't be too far off. So, you know, it's the same stuff for kind of for any age or, you know, whether you're a sportsman or whatever. Like, we need those legumes, we need the whole grains, we need plenty of veg. As I say, maybe a bit more nuts and seeds than when you know, go on to adulthood. Herbs and spices are great. And yeah, just real food, you know. If you eat many calories from junk food, like, you easily miss out on nutrition. And when you eat junk, like, then the good food doesn't taste as good and you're more prone to eat junk foods. So eat that real food and make sure you're eating enough, you know, because you're growing. So get that food. I imagine you've got quite an appetite if you're running that far every week. So that's really, really good. So keep up the good work. That's brilliant. So what we need is young, fit, healthy, nutrient-rich vegans, because you are the future. Rocco's in the house. Luke Ryan, I eat 4 to 6 servings of oats a day. Should I be concerned of manganese toxicity? I don't know what the toxic dose for manganese is. Oh, actually, yeah, it's fairly low, isn't it? Manganese. I thought you were talking about magnesium. So, yeah, manganese, you can OD on it. I mean, I can't imagine you'll do it through like a grain, probably. You know, maybe you go onto Chronometer, plug everything in, look up like what is a toxic dose of manganese, and just make sure you're below that. But I wouldn't be too concerned, to be honest. Lois, I'm currently eating Brussels sprouts with my dinner. So good. What did you have for dinner? And what did everyone else have? I've not had my dinner. I've had 3 meals, but I'm due 1 more meal. And it's whatever Gemma makes, really. I'm not too sure. My last meal was mixed bean burritos, like chili. That was very good. And some flapjacks. They were raisin, goji berry. They had some good quality peanut butter in them. Gemma makes them. About 50 grams of carbs each. So a couple of them, you know, because I'm on a bog, they soon fill up my nutritional needs. Yeah, but yeah, getting back to that previous question, manganese is toxic in high doses. Right, why is this jumped? Come on. Kerry, hi from Ashford, Kent, near London. Oh yeah, we did the shout out. Yeah, so I was born in Kent, in Pembury, actually. Matty hey, I won the final of the boxing, 1 minute 17 of the first round. Sweet! Well done, brother. Fist bump through the internet. That's what we need. Some vegans leading the way. Very good. This is, yeah. Keep that stuff up, everyone. Joe, are your dogs vegan? Mine eats raw, and it's disgusting to me to prepare these days. We don't have dogs. Gemma does walk a couple of dogs as sort of a sideline, like a job that she does just to earn a bit of money, and just to get a bit of exercise and to help some dogs to have a better life. She doesn't really feed them, but she does have some vegan like treats just in case. Daniel, I really want to do things for the animals, but I'm not going to go out on the streets and talk to randos. Oh, what happened? What do you think would be a good idea to do? You could do 1,000,001 things, you know. Yeah, you don't need to like be on the street like activating. You know, I choose to do it through my job as a personal trainer and as a nutritionist. You know, you can just put lost my train of thought now. I saw another message come up. God knows what I was going to say. But, oh yeah, social media posts. Like just share, don't share everything vegan and nothing else. Like do 4 posts about other stuff, and every 5th post do a little bit of vegan propaganda. Just little things like that. It doesn't have to be a grand gesture, but if we all did our little bit, it wouldn't take long. Everyone was shouting vegan, vegan. I shouted back, not bad for a vegan. Nice. Red is rad. Thanks, red is rad. Plant Life, hi Hench, missed you. Hope all went well at the weekend. That was the best day. I can't wait to get the vlog out. Graven Babies. Do be sure to follow me on Instagram. I think I'm at 14,500 followers. I really want to blow that up because that's, you know, you can get sponsored to do a photo for me on there is worth $150 now. The video's over $250. So if I just get the odd one of them every now and again, it keeps me, you know, able to do more content and less of my other, you know, work, which takes me away from content creation. So, you know, that means a lot to me. Kerry didn't go to the vegetable festival. Alex, I need your help. My dad is saying cheese is good for you in moderation because it has calcium. This is very much the dairy industry has fooled people. Yeah, so my question would be, where does the calcium come from? Do the cows magically manifest it, or where does it come from? It comes from the vegetation they're eating. And asking what is the safe amount of trans fats to eat. And there is no safe amount, and you get trans fats in animal products, so you don't need to be eating it. Yeah. So there. What's the setup like today, guys? I'm in the studio. I've got a couple of lights on me. And how's it looking? How's it looking? Kerry Beveridge, have you babysitted Sienna from Family Fizz? No, but I know those guys. They used to live in my city of Norwich. And yeah, I've hung out with them a little bit. Lovely people they are. Really lovely. I'm glad they're doing so well. They're doing a really good job. Oscar, thanks. I do try to emphasise as much for what is possible for whole foods, plant-based. Nice. You won't go far wrong, my friend. You're very clever. Very, very clever. Wise beyond your years. Where was he? Alicia, hi lovely. I ate some junk at Veg Fest and felt awful afterwards. Yep. Nothing more needs to be said. Healthy species. Hi Hencho, we're watching from Colorado. Nice. Very good. Hi, thanks for joining. I love how there's people from all over the world. Wayne Mason's in the house. Darlene, the vegan, is saying the word blocked, a word often underused. So I'm glad you're bringing that to our attention. Jack the vegan is in Norwich. I'm in Norwich. Whereabouts in Norwich are you? How very dare you? And I'm allowed to live here. Lorraine, Edie, me and my partner enjoyed your Sainsbury's food hall. He went there last night and picked up loads of new options to try. He had to leave the vegan section because we didn't have room for it. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? We couldn't believe it. We really couldn't believe it. Leah's in the house. Vegan chocolate on my way to load. That's in Longport, California, and take it to St. Paul, Minnesota today, so I'm really vegan trucking. Wow. My geography's rubbish, but I take that's a long distance. Healthy Species ran a 10:48 pace today on a very hilly route. Would not do that if I was still standing. Yeah, isn't it? I see. So you do something with anything that aids the production of human growth hormone? No, other than like, you know, the micronutrients, you know, that's a hormone, so you need some, you know, fat so we can make the cholesterol, which is the sort of base substrate for it. What supplements do you feel are a must? B12, D3 if you're not getting sun. It's worth considering the EPA, DHA. You know, if you've got a good amount of omega-3 from flax and chia seeds and your other nuts and seeds, like your omega-6, not too high relative to omega-3, you should be okay. But sometimes, very rarely, people run into a problem where they can't convert their ALA into EPA and DHA. And so for that reason, I say take one as a fail-safe. You know, it's really cheap. Other than that, make sure you've got some seaweed in your diet, or if not, an iodine supplement. And they're the musts. They're the musts. For a larger strength athlete, I mean, you can maybe do whole foods if you really emphasize lots of legumes. For me, I like to just add in 1 or 2 scoops of a quality protein powder. But if that's as regards to, is that a must? Like, you know, not necessarily. Lois, any tips on how to make apple cider drinks taste better? Oh, apple cider vinegar. Not really. Just get it down, yeah. Chase it down with something, like, yeah, just do it fast. And then chase it down with something that tastes good. Thank you, Race Leavers. Yeah, do follow me on that Instas. Oh, God. Sorry, we just jumped. So Family Fizz are actually originally from Norwich, which is where I am, and then they moved to Brighton, and then they've been moving all over the place. Yeah. They are in one of my videos at the vegan meetup. It's about 3 years old or something. Hence Modivore checking in. Thanks, Race Lever. I appreciate you, my friend. Bohemian B, evening, Mr. Hench. Have you and Gemma recovered from your crazy biggest veg fest, are you saying? I did miss going. I want to meet you guys, but I was willing next year. Yeah, get you down there. Get you well, my friend. But a little bit tired, yeah, a little bit tired. It was very hectic, on the go, on my feet the whole time. The photo shoot with Vivo Life on the Monday as well. So, and we were back quite late. So, yeah, feeling it a little bit, but we're getting there. Phil D's in the house. Thank you, my friend. Healthy species. Any tips for a 50-year-old runner that needs some strength training? I don't enjoy gyms at all. You know, in terms of strength training, really, it is gyms, I'm afraid. Unless you get your own little setup at home, something like a power rack or like a deadlift platform and some squat stands. That should be terribly expensive, but really it's, you know, squats and deadlifts so that'll be your mainstays. Low reps, high weight, you know, just being progressive in that. Healthy species, I prefer the outdoors. Yeah, tell me about it. I'd love it. I'd like to train at Venice Beach, really. Muscle Beach, that would be the ideal thing. But, you know, for strength, you have to get progressively, you know, progressively overload what you're doing, so. Plant-based is in the house. Oh, hi. Good work at the Weekend You Smasher. Thank you very much, young Gemma. And it's about that time of the evening when I mentioned plant-based supermarket, which we want to get in Norwich. Check out the Indiegogo. If you can donate a little money towards that, that would be great. Or if you can just share the link. And please, I need a vegan supermarket in Norwich. I need it. Why does this just jump all the time? Here we go. Jack the Vegan by Cossie. So I used to teach karate at Cossie. Is that a middle school there or a high school? I can't even remember. Middle school. Cossie Middle School. Richmond Road sort of thing. I think it looks a lot different now. Yeah. True story. Kev B, life is treating me very good. I'm slowly lessening my PT and nutrition work and upping my online influencering. And within the next 2 years, I want to be full-time on the influencer tip. So I'm really pleased that that's happening. Bohemian B, I like the studio, but love the natural interaction with Mrs. Hench and your cat landlords. Yeah, so I would be in there, except Gem's got a study group going on for her psychology and counselling course. Yeah. Yep. Ollie Dodd, best city to be vegan in Norwich, in Norfolk, which is in southeast England. True fact. Even better when we get a vegan supermarket. Switch to the link or give it a Marco, hey Paul, great meeting you at the Veg Fest. Brilliant talk. Also, I thought you'd be bigger. Nice to meet you, brother. Do you know, so 2 people said thought you'd be bigger for a gag. So many people said I was so much bigger in real life. I don't want, well, it's nice to be big, but I want to be big on YouTube so people can see that you don't need to eat meat to grow muscles. So they're sort of frustrated, isn't it? What's that all about? Comment below. Lois Harvey brings up a great point. I became a patron. Everyone else should too. You can be a patron for as little as $1 a month. You get access to all the back catalogue of live streams, and you support us in YouTuber. Jack, have you ever been to a little shop of vegans or be a vegan diner? Hundreds of times. Yeah. Phil D, do you ever just eat to feel? Body tells us a lot about what we need. No, I eat a regimented amount of food prescribed by by me, based on my current goal at the time. Kerry, who knows baby karma from Family Fizz? Not personally. Joe, so many well-known vegan activists continue to say that by turning vegan, you'll be healthy. I don't think this is the case. You need to be whole foods vegan. Yeah, damn straight. Graven babies. If you ever want to interview a vegan wrestler, Kimberly would be a good one. She used to be in WWE. I went vegan because she has Crohn's disease, and she says being vegan has fixed it. That's very cool. I think for my audience, like, people have to, you know, it's more kind of physique based more than just the sort of health bit. So that kind of plays into it, I think. What I've learned is, because I used to interview all sorts of people, like, who, you know, maybe they had some sort of thing that they put right, but I need to be more kind of niche. That's just social media for you. It's this cruel mistress. But yeah, I see why you'd say that. Like, that would be great. Someone needs to pick that up. Plant life, yeah. Yep, I agree. Super Porn XL just checking in to say brah. Vegan power, veg power. I know this has jumped again. Stu, hey Paul, have been having some stomach issues lately. Only thing I'm doing different is taking Vivo Thrive. Could it be the probiotics? Nah. Nah, I wouldn't have thought there would be anything there. You know, maybe you develop something in this, you know, what's the phrase? Correlation doesn't prove causation. But, you know, you could try taking it out and see if you get better and then putting it back in again. That's called an ABA study design. Yep. But no, probiotics never give people problems. They're the opposite, if anything. Don't know what the hell that's all about. Veg Fest, yep, I guess it was. Oh, is that Carl Roberts from the gym, Carl Roberts? And hello to you, whether you are or aren't, my friend Carlos. Kerry, Paul, how long is the stream? I do 1 hour, 1 Earth hour. So we're getting on for halfway. Lorraine, I love beauty products. Has Gemma ever thought about doing a beauty product vlog? I would love to know what products you use. I'd like to try. Perhaps you could both do a vlog. Gemma's not really allowed to be too active on our channel for the next couple of years because... Oh, that is my friend Carlos. What's up? Shout outs to Phoenix Gym. Get down there if you want to be big and ripped. Loads of new equipment lately. Check them on Facebook. It's crazy. It's like the best playground for big kids who like to throw big weights around, like me. Yeah, Gemma's stepping away for a couple of years because on her psychology and counselling course, she now has to actually do some counselling, see clients. And really, you're not particularly meant to have a social media presence because you're meant to be kind of a blank canvas for your client. And, you know, it could potentially cause problems. So the way we're going around it, basically, for now, there are no hard and fast rules, but for now, she's going to stay off camera, but still, like, talk, you know, if we're vlogging or whatever, like, she'll interact, but she just won't be on the camera. So I know you guys love to see her, and so, you know, and she makes the channel fun too, you know, it's not just me having to think of stuff all the time. But there it is. Alex, hi Paul, I know you recommend sauerkraut for the microbiome, but I think Rejuvenac would be better since it doesn't have any salt. Does it not need salt though to do the business? I don't know. Yeah, and there is the thing with the salt, but then sometimes, supposedly, like with miso, the fact that it's fermented like undoes the harm from the sodium, according to science. I sometimes think we just don't have enough data on things. To be honest, I can't imagine why it would suddenly not matter. But there you go. Lois, oh God, what happened there? This is going crazy. This is going cray-cray. Lois, what age are you in, Gemma? I'm 44. Gemma is 34. She's just turned, no, 33. Or is she 34? I can't remember. Oh, God. Don't tell her, I don't know. 34. Oh, God. You didn't hear me, did you? Are you 34?
Oh, God, am I? Yeah.
Kerry, what shops do you have in your city where you live? I could not name them all in the time allotted. We have a lot of them. That's all you need to know. Vegan shops, I'll tell you. We have the Little Shop of Vegans, which is a little sort of, they do clothing and household and beauty, and they import like specialist vegan stuff from the continent, like food. And then there's a couple of vegan coffee shops, Eppingham House, which is the UK's largest vegan restaurant. There is Tofurai, which is an artisan vegan dairy / cafe. They're very popular in China, but we've got the first one in the UK. And then we've got a couple of Indians. We've got, Vegan Wok, which is a fully vegan takeaway. Loads. Be a kitchen diner on the market, vegan diner. Yes, right, good. Tony Straight Edge, Paul, I've got a bench press PR today, 105 for 2 reps. Thanks for your advice. Good job, my friend. Keep up the good work. Abhishek, Gojiman says protein powders suck big time. I don't know whether he says that, but it wouldn't surprise me if he did. I imagine they would feed Bacteroides bacteria in the gut. Abhishek, beef ban here in India. Is that right? I know that it's not widely consumed. Subvegs, Thunder Bay personal trainer. Logan Blake, check him out on the YouTubes. Solidity Time are multivitamins a big con. They tend to do more harm than good. If you want that kind of a supplement, I recommend Vivo Life Thrive, which is a living multi-nutrient, which has vitamins and minerals, but in a natural whole foods form. Code HENGE10, vivolife.co.uk, code HENGE10 at checkout for 10% off. So good to you guys. Abhishek, nice man. Have you checked out the training content of 3DMJ? No. Trevor, a random question. Will I lose much nutrition from removing seeds from tomatoes or peppers? I don't eat seeds in peppers. But yeah, maybe. Yeah, probably. Like there'll be some unique stuff in there that you're not getting in the rest of the plant, I should think. Lewis, hey Hench, what recommendation can you give to a total beginner in the weight room? Going vegan just saw Earth things on YouTube today. Wow, good on you. Well, it just depends on your sort of on your goals, really. I mean, I've got a library of training videos, you know, but you know, based on like, are you trying to put on size or lose fat? Total beginner, like I would say, hire a professional for a short time at least, just in terms of exercise technique acquisition, because you can really hurt yourself. You know, get them to make you a plan, because you know, if your programming's off, like you can train as hard as you want, but you're not going to get the results. So it's training hard, but it's also training smart. But yeah, loads of free advice on my YouTube channel. If you look under training, like playlist, and if anyone's interested, I also do bespoke workout plans for people, and herbivore.com if you want to get at me, dog. Has everyone given the live stream a thumbs up? I've not even thumbs up my own. People, just thumb up the stream. Go. I want to see 4 more thumbs up. 68. Go. 68. 60. It's not happening. Yeah, I forget it. Oh God, no, this has jumped. What's all this foreign words in here? David McAllister's in the house. Hello, my friend. Alex, we will miss Gemma. Yeah, sad, isn't it? Chris Grant, what's up, Hench? What do you think about the BBC new programme about young vegans? I've not got a television, so I don't know what to think. How is it? How is it? How long has it been on for? Lewis Gado's in the house. Tommy Hickson's late, naughty. Lloyd Hardcastle, he's only as old as the woman you touch. Jim's going to brain you for that one. I've looked up how to make Rejuvelac and there's no salt. Interesting, yeah. Yeah, give it a go. That sounds great. She looks 24. Why? I'll pass that on. She'll be very pleased that you said that. Vegan Wok Rocks. Try saying that 10 times fast. Strange Fruits in the house. Oh, it's just jumped again. Abhishek, hey man, just trying to fit in more protein without going overboard on carbs. Please suggest some vegan food low in carbs, especially fibre, fats will be fine. There are no vegan whole foods low in fibre, I'm afraid, so that's not happening. But you want that fibre in. That's what our good bacteria eat, and that's the linchpin of our health. Yeah. It's hard because most of them do come with a lot of carbs. I suppose like tofu is sort of moderate fat, high protein, low carb, isn't it? So you'd have to mess around with that, I guess, on top of your whole foods. Other than that, protein powder. Oh God, this has just jumped like crazy. It's just jumping around. Vance is in the house, my good friend Vance. How are you doing, my friend? I said friend a lot there. I see you. Thanks for thumbing me up. And Orbit 80 white. Twisted hippie. I gave up my TV, but the girlfriend bought one and a TV license for Doctor Who. Don't. Brother Lou, thoughts on coffee? Yeah, it's kind of for and against, really. It's the biggest negatives, I'd say. It often messes up people's sort of digestion or their sort of elimination. You know, it can make you quite loose. It's a neurotoxin, so you know it's your body like heats up, and you know your heart rate goes up, and you sweat. You're trying to basically eliminate it because your body sees it as a poison. But you know, it is a bean. It does have a lot of antioxidants. For often Americans, it's the most antioxidants they get is from coffee. And the more coffee drinking is inversely associated with suicide risk. So, but it does kill good gut bacteria. There's an oil which damages Prevotella strains. So do with that what you will. Boop. Carl, did you manage to get a full loo around at the weekend? Daryl's theory is massive. No, I saw next to nothing. I was mostly on the Vivo Live stand or doing a couple of talks. Yeah, saw hardly anything. Brother Lou, thoughts on jumping? Not really given it much consideration before. I don't know why you're asking me. Learn freedom. Any reason not to cut grains for legumes? Whole grains are associated with several like health benefits. So are legumes, but like eat a bit of each really to get like the maximum benefits. Chris Grant, don't watch TV either. It's very annoying. Yeah, it really is. Once you realise that it's trying to kind of brainwash you and etc. We'll use Xbox for YouTube instead. Very wise. Oh, why is this jumping? Abhishek, yeah guys, eat around 6 grams of fibre, more of it starts to become an issue. That's why I asked something low in fibre. Low doesn't mean no fibre. Thanks, Banky, you up with a good work. Thank you, my friend. So, you know, if you're having trouble with fibre, oftentimes it's when we come from a background of not eating completely whole foods, and we've got these Bacteroides, pathogenic bacteria strains. And basically, like as I say, day off, and we preferentially feed the Prevotella strains with fibre and resistant starch, like the balanced tips. I can now process like 160 grams of fibre a day, like no problem, do it day in, day out. According to studies of fossilised Paleolithic stools, paleo poo, we used to eat up to 150 grams a day. Modern tribes people eat up to 150 grams of fibre a day. And I truly believe that, you know, the nearer we get to that, probably the more healthful we are because we're feeding these good gut bacteria. But if you're not eating anywhere near that at the minute, don't try and do it all at once because it won't go well for you. And it's not that your body can't handle it, it's that you've not got enough Prevotella bacteria to handle it. And they just take time, but, you know, they do proliferate fairly quickly. So I just say take out your more of your processed food, put in more of your whole foods, you know, and over the course of a few short weeks, you know, the nearer you get to 100%, like, the healthier you'll be, without doubt. Jack, I've been vegan 7.5 years now. Sorry, it's just jumped again. I also use coffee for fasting. Coffee equals. So yeah, for every cup up to 8 cups, apparently is an inverse correlation with suicide. Noah Brinkson House. Coffee is life. Chiba Salt. Hi, by the way, bud. Sorry I'm late. I've noticed my form while walking a lot more recently. I feel I walk insufficiently / sloppy. Could it be certain muscle weaknesses? Yeah, probably, or like tightness somewhere. Yeah, you'd have to work with like a physiotherapist really to suss that out. One thing I notice is when people's feet are sort of turned out like that, and then sort of you've got like an anterior pelvic tilt, sort of like a Donald Duck sort of syndrome. So that oftentimes is tight piriformis in the top of the bum, and that just turns the feet out. So if you stretch the piriformis, like that can be a huge benefit to a lot of people. And then McCormack, what's the best exercise for the core? Don't know if there's such thing as a best exercise, certainly not for everyone. And then the core, you know, that's your transverse abdominis, it's your rectus abdominis, internal, external obliques. You know, there's a lot of things to factor in. There's rotation, there's lateral flexion. So I say, like, you know, you need to hit all of those things if you want a really strong core. So things like rollouts or planks for the transverse abdominis, some sort of hanging leg raise, knee raise for the lower abs. Upper abs people normally don't have so much of a problem with, but you know, that's obviously crunch movements. And then like some lateral flexion work is good. You don't want to go heavy on there and build thick obliques though. Or anti-lateral flexion, so like a one-arm farmer's walk, for instance, something like that. And then kind of wood chops, low to high, high to low. Pavlov press, where you're away from the pulley and you're just pushing your arm out straight in front, but holding your trunk, so it's anti-rotation. Apparently the obliques really love a bit of that. Orbit 80Y, is everyone aware there's a crazy amount of fluoride in tea? I didn't know it's crazy amounts. Is that, what, in black tea or green tea or white tea? And, you know, we do need a certain amount of fluoride. Certainly don't want it in your drinking water, though, I don't think. Sorry, this keeps jumping. It's so annoying. Amy Marie, oh my God, I'm such a junk food vegan. I eat chocolate literally every day. So chocolate has a long chain triglycerides, which really do form atherosclerosis. So, you know, the reason I went vegan is to avoid heart disease. And then I found out not so long ago that the biggest killer of vegans is still heart disease. And so I think it's oils with, you know, saturates, even olive oil is 14% saturates by weight. And then coconut oil, palm oil, and cocoa butter have loads of these long chain triglycerides, which really exalt atherosclerosis deposition. So I really wouldn't, unless you're not bothered about like health and longevity. And if you do want a chocolate fix, but with being healthy, well, cocoa powder's got most of the saturates taken out. So it's the one processed food healthier than the whole food. And then you can make, you know, chocolate milk, like chocolate Deleterious. You can make, oh, I've got a recipe for you soon. Chocolate sort of fudge brownies. Shot it, I've got to edit it, but I want to put up the VegFest vlog first. So it might take a few days, but it's like not even 5 minutes prep time, and then you just bake them for 30 minutes. Delicious, sweet, chocolatey taste with none of the heart disease. So 48 kilo lady, averaging 70 grams of fibre a day. You know, I'd say that's a good amount, you know. I wouldn't want to go much less than that if you want optimal health, everyone. Igor, is it safe or wise to take a multivitamin capsule from organic whole foods every day on top of a whole foods plant-based diet? I can't imagine there is a organic whole foods multivitamin capsule, and if there was, it would have to be bloody huge to fit enough of the different types of nutrients in. So I think what you're talking about there is kind of like a Thrive supplement where you got the whole foods powders, you know, but you need a decent sized scoop of that. And you know, it's probably fine. There are certain nutrients that you can OD on, but it's much easier to do that with a, you know, with a artificially synthesized, you know, multivitamin, multimineral. So if it's whole foods based, like, I wouldn't worry so much. Abby Sheck is just making the transition to veganism. Good on you, my friend. Let us know if you can use any help. Tony Straight Edge. Vegan after heavy workouts, I seem to get headaches. I'm sure to be well hydrated, so I don't think there's that any advice. It's really just get as healthy as you can. So it's all the aspects of health, you know, it's sleep, it's like the right amount of exercise, not too little, not too much. It's obviously the whole foods, hydration, like extremely key. You know, and you could try to add in a bit more water, potentially. Yeah, see, it's hard to say. There can be so many reasons. Like maybe your omega-6 is high relative to your 3, you know? So there's a lot of different reasons, but just try to tick all the boxes. And then, you know, you've got less chance of any little kind of niggly, horrible little symptoms popping up. Oh, it's just jumped. Noah Brink brings up a very good point. I'm the man. Thanks, dude. Emma McCormick, I can do the plank for 9 minutes and 34 seconds. That's extremely good. Yeah. Plant Live. No, that's not for me. Lloyd Hardcastle, can you go back to the coconut and the long chain whatevs you mentioned? I just bought organic coconut sugar for the rare time, just been eating sugar. Is that okay? It's not the best. Like, you really just want to be eating foods with fibre in them. So sugar. So coconut, I'm talking about coconut fat, basically. So sugar's got no fat in it. But still, it's going to feed the bad gut bacteria, the Bacteroides strains. It's fibre free. It can set you up, you know, it can cause other disease in the body. So I don't recommend it. Having said that, I use a bit of maple syrup myself. Mostly because I just really struggle to get enough food in. I'm on like 6,000 calories now. But I know it's not the best for my health. And, you know, if you're not a bodybuilder, well, and even if you are a bodybuilder, you're still risking your health. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not the best. I'm grateful when I'm on a cut sometimes, and I just want to smash in loads of low-calorie vegetables, which are some of the healthiest foods on the planet. You know, and I stay well away from any sort of sugar or whatever. See you, Lewis. Thanks for joining, brother, as always. Plant-based, are you having a stall at Norwich Vegan Christmas Fair? I don't think we are, no. Yeah, it's probably getting a bit late to order new stock and stuff as well. I don't think so, no. I don't think so. And you are very welcome, Lloyd Hardcastle. Is chickpeas okay? Yeah, it's a legumes, the healthiest food on the planet, pretty much. One study showed that for every 20 grams of legumes you eat a day, 8% less chance of an early death. A lot of that came from the Blue Zone studies. Oh, Dan Butner. Healthy Species is off. Thanks for joining, my friend. Lloyd, I'm 100% whole foods vegan. I make everything from scratch. I reckon if I use it once a month or less, I can risk it. Yeah, sure. You know, it's all about how risk averse you are and like how often, you know, you do it. Lentil sprout, hench herbivore, you're the man. I eat basmati brown rice and legumes, beans daily. I appreciate you saying that, and yeah, you are doing it good. You're doing it very good. Max Schinner. Schinner. How do I say that? How much time do you spend preparing your food? Not a whole lot, really. The porridge takes probably like 10 minutes. Oh, yeah, I'm making a smoothie at the minute, so that's even quicker. Like a couple of minutes to make my smoothie. But half an hour to drink it because it's like nearly 2 litres. Excuse me a second, I just need to plug my computer in before it dies. Yep. We have power. And then generally to the gym, I'll take steamed vegetables, like a boiled grain, typically quinoa, with like a can of legumes. I have that twice. So chopping time, about 10 minutes to chop the veg, and then I just put it on to cook, and you can leave it like cooking. So, and then Gemma makes the evening meal. So not a lot of time really, considering I'm 99% whole foods or getting on for. Lloyd, P.S. You've never been current with the comments. Normally a mile behind. Well done. I think it's just a bit quieter tonight. Yeah, I don't think it's me. It's a little quieter. 61's pretty good day. I think we normally get up to about 100. I think it's because some people are not thumbing up the stream. Pull your weight, goddammit. Max. Last one was right. That's not for me. Jack. People always argue that protein comes from meat, so how do you reply to that? I tell them that they're a moron. And I tell them that protein comes from amino acids, and I tell them that plants are the only organism to make amino acids, and they make it from atmospheric nitrogen. And I tell them, like, show me their study where animals can turn atmospheric nitrogen into amino acids. And they can't. And they're very, very silly. Lentil sprout. Spray your beans and legumes, everyone. It was a really good idea. Plant-based. Are you coming to the meetup next week? We miss your faces. Ah, the boys from Ipswich with the curly hair keeps coming and looking for you. Oh, bless him. I saw him at the bloody... I saw him at Veg Fest briefly. I was then going to go and do an interview with Plant-Based News, and never saw him again. I told him to come and meet me at the Vivo Life stand, but he never saw him. Don't know. I'm just so determined to go full time on YouTube that I'm not really sparing any time for much else. So I might come, but I might not come. Oh, that poor little boy. He's really nice, isn't he? James, his name is. Yeah, he's lovely. Amy Marie, Paul, does dark chocolate have those same bad things in it too? Any chocolate. Any chocolate. It's the cocoa butter that you don't want. So again, cocoa powder has had most of the saturates taken out, so that's, that's all right. Ray Steve, the last one to thumb up the stream has to babysit Twisted to be this weekend. You don't want that. Lou's in the house, my new patron. Thank you so much for your support. It means the world to me. Just got in. Hello. Hi, lovely. So yeah, if you guys didn't know, if you miss any of the streams and you want to watch them on the replay, I'll put them on the Patreon account, or patreon.com, just because if I put them on here, I kind of hemorrhage subscribers like crazy. So yeah, so that's the thing. And, it just helps me to do this more on a full-time basis. So thank you so much if you do Patreon me. And thank you, Purple Piplup. Lloyd, if it's not too rude, is your current subs not enough to go full-time? I was under the impression 50k plus, depending on outgoings, obviously, will be enough to give up work. So subs is irrelevant. It's all about the business model that you attach to your YouTube. 50,000 subs, if it was just ad revenue, it's not worth hardly anything. I mean, you can have like hardly any subs and like your video could go viral, and maybe it's like a one-off, and you could get huge ad revenue from that, or there's you can't really put a number on things. And basically my income, so attached to YouTube, is sometimes my videos are sponsored, so I get paid, just to show a product or mention a service in the video. There is the ad revenue, which isn't worth hardly anything at all. Patrons is getting particularly good. Like most streams, I tend to attract a new patron, and that's at about getting on for $100. I mean, it's a monthly, but if I keep doing this like day by day, like over time, it's going to be sort of fairly good. Obviously, there's super chat on here as well. I sell my products, so my t-shirts, beanies, vests. I sell my services, so in terms of nutrition plans, workout plans, Skype consultations. And then affiliate marketing as well. So I did really well out of Vivo Life like last month. Going with those guys was one of the best. Apart from going vegan, going with Vivo Life as an affiliate or as an ambassador for the brand, one of the best decisions I ever made. Like, people do seem to appreciate like quality, and they're willing to pay. Cards on the table is a little bit more expensive than most brands. Some real cheap brands are like maybe like almost a fraction of the price, but like they don't do good things to your body, So people seem to really value their health enough to spend that little bit more. And then if you buy through my affiliate link, I get like 15% from the sales. So yeah, there it is. Like, subs is irrelevant. It's how engaged your subscribers are. They could be very passive and not do anything, or you could have 5 subscribers, but they all buy everything that you're doing. So there it is. But in terms of ad revenue, no, there's very few people making money off ad revenue, unless you've got like 1 million subscribers or something ridiculous. I had one video go a bit viral, which was that Aldi video, and I think that's made about $500, for 200,000 views. Not had any other videos sort of quite near that mark. So it's more on video views really, rather than subscribers. Some people have a huge subscriber base that never watch any of their videos, or no subscribers, but like the videos get watched by loads of people, but the people don't subscribe to the channel, potentially. So yeah, so that's how that works. Plant Life, just remembered, are there any vegan flu jabs? I don't know. I've not ever looked into that. I do not know how they do it. Does anyone else know? Pui lentils rock. This is a good point. Payme B, we love having you live stream, so I hope this bumping up your analytics thingy. Yeah, so the watch time is growing like great. Over the weekend, when I I was too busy to live stream or to do anything because I was at VegFest, I was getting like 30, 40 subscribers a day. But up until that point, that had gone right down because loads of people jumped ship when I do these live streams because they didn't sign up for that. So I don't know what to do, swings around. I was chatting with Brian Turner, of a YouTuber from America, a lovely guy. He's really clued up. He's been really doing the game well. He makes his living out of YouTube, and he didn't really know either. He said you just got to do what you feel, really. Matt to Manifest. Hey Paul, nice to meet you on Saturday. You ordered one of your vegan warrior vests to represent in the gym. Thank you, my friend. Lovely to meet you, and thank you for the support. Again, this is helping me to live my dream, do my purpose. So I appreciate it more than you'll ever know. So thanks, Matt. Alan Graham, yo Hench, hope you're well. Just seeing you in Tombs video for Ethics at VegFest. Yeah, I think that's his latest video. You'll see me in the back of a van. Back of a van. That was one crazy experience. Lloyd, okay, so patrons is worth more than ads. That's interesting. I'm in the middle of setting up a channel for myself, so thanks for your info. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Adam, I weigh 132 pounds and pushing 4,000 calories whole foods each day for 6 weeks and have only gained 2 pounds. 132 pounds, 6 weeks, 2 pounds. You know, that's likely lean muscle mass. If you go much more than that, I mean, it depends on what stage you are. If you're really new, maybe you can push it a bit more. And obviously that just means eating a few more calories. You know, and if you've been training for a long time, like that would probably mean you're putting a bit of fat on. So if you're in the middle there, I'd say sort of, 2 pounds. Yeah, so that is a bit low, isn't it? Like, yeah, I mean, bung in another 400 calories or something and see what that does, and, you know, see if you're happy with that. It is a hard one, isn't it? Because if you undereat, you're not going to gain as quickly, but if you overeat, you're going to put fat on, and you need to cut that back at some point. So then, you know, that's sort of, you got to spend your time doing that later on. So, you know, it's each to your own, really. It's each to your own. Right, it's the hour mark. I'm going to shoot off, but I really appreciate your support all the time, guys. It means the world to me. You know, just in terms, not necessarily financially, but just engaging on the streams, commenting on my videos, like, share and subscribing, all that good stuff. I really appreciate everything you do. If you're new here and you want to optimize your health or sports performance without harming the animals or the environment, hit the subscribe button, whatever that is. Hit the bell icon to be notified of new videos and new live streams. I'm going to rip into that edit, but I'm quite busy with PT tomorrow, so I might not have a video at 6. I want to get the VegFest one up, but I don't think that'll be done. So it'll probably be a live stream tomorrow. But every night, check back. I'll be on at 6 with a video or a live stream. I freaking love you guys.